Thanks for staying with us. As you saw a moment ago, teaching our children's teachers is vital to the success of our students. Joining me now is EVSC's Director of Professional Development, Emily Smith-McCormick. Emily, welcome.
Thank you.
A lot of important work going on. We just saw and heard from teachers who are learning and improving instruction. Why is professional development, the continued growth of teachers, so important?
It's absolutely key, and the reason is the fact that education, children, life is always changing, and that really one person alone cannot always navigate that system. They need a community of learners around them. So if we're going to support the learning going on in our community across the nation, we have to also look to our own learning.
This has been an area that's been neglected for a long time. The belief that we'd go through college and then get into the classroom and then have to navigate this ourselves. But that model has changed dramatically. And now we see teams of support coming in and working around professional development. So give us some examples of specific things that teachers are learning to improve student achievement.
There's several different areas that we're focusing, and it looks a little bit different at every school, at every level. However, there are some consistencies across the district. Number one, we're really looking and learning how to build relationships with students and with families, and how to engage them in the learning process. And part of that work is through technology. Part of it is really looking at embedding student interest, family interest, relevance about things going on in the real world into instruction, and to really how to navigate not only that piece, but the state standards within planning. Another piece of it is how to meaningfully use data, and not just that long-term data that you might collect once a year, but that day-to-day data that you actually get whenever you're looking at student assignments, when you're talking to students, when you're working with them in the classroom, and figuring out what is the best way to approach this with students. Two important issues that really come to my mind. One is, historically, we've called these things sit and get sessions, where teachers would go in the summer and sit through a workshop, and then we'd expect that they would transfer that into the classroom. But what we found through years of research is that really doesn't happen. No. So what is different about the model that you are leading compared to what we've been doing in the past? Well, really, in the past, the most that a teacher could hope for on their way back from a workshop is maybe a run through a restaurant drive-through and a good packet of materials, and that just doesn't carry over. So what we do is we provide support actually in the classroom with teachers and during their job day, so that they actually have a chance to have a coach with them. And a coach, just like in the athletic sense, of someone who helps improve the game, helps improve the practice. They're a person alongside them, just really helping to refine their work.
So it's job embedded, it's continuous learning.
Absolutely.
You mentioned data, and it's a critical piece because we just heard from Susan and the talk about I-step testing and so forth, a lot of data, but then we had this disconnect. How do you use it? So that's part of the coaching model?
Absolutely. We have specialized coaches who really navigate the data systems, put it together, and create data overviews and experiences for teachers so that they can do the most important work for a teacher of looking at their data, making decisions, and drawing upon their expertise and seeking out help when they need it.
Most important thing, are you getting results? Are you seeing the results that you expect?
Absolutely. For those schools and those classrooms where coaches have had one-to-one conversations with teachers, one-to-one visits in classrooms, supporting teams, there's been great growth.
Emily, congratulations on the work you're doing.
Thank you.
We appreciate it very much. Coming up next, teaching our children to love reading. As part of Read Across America Week, our students got some exciting surprises.